So thank you very much. We go back to our course, and we were Mohammed. We will speak about history now. If how many times do you have? Maybe we go quarter, 15 minutes. Is good. You want? You have now energy, most energy to continue. Okay, 15 minutes and we stop. Okay, okay. Pre-Islamic Near East. The ancient Near East is the area including Egypt, Syria. I think you don't have it. I think, yeah, you don't have it. To be next time, huh? No problem. Yeah, okay. So I will speak a little bit about history. So Mesopotamia today is Iraq and Arabia. This is Middle East. Ancient Middle East, of ancient Near East. It is also in that area that the beginning of the historical period of mankind must be situated, in the area of Mesopotamia and Egypt, Arabia. Like you know, the ancient civilization, like civilization of Mesopotamia, 10,000 years ago, it's begun on Mesopotamia. Why Mesopotamia? Because there are two rivers, Tigris and Euphrates. Like I said, of the historical period of mankind must be situated with this, with the beginning of the historical period of mankind, must be situated with the invention of the script. And we mentioned here the Sumerians, the Babylonians, and the Assyrians. The Sumerians, they have the Spiker script. With the emergence of writing in the ancient Near East, history began about 3,000 years before the Common Era. Some people invented cuneiform writing on clay tables in Dutch, Spijkerschrift in Dutch, Spijkerschrift, that's clay. While in Egypt, a system of symbols was developed, often written with ink on sheets of papyrus. While we have a lot of information about ancient civilization in Mesopotamia, more than Egypt, because Mesopotamians or Babylonians, Sumerians, and Assyrians, they wrote on stones. So on stones, it's ever for always. But the Egyptians, they wrote on papyrus, and papyrus with time, it's not stay as strong as it is. Thus, while in Egypt a system of symbols was developed, often written with ink on sheets of papyrus, the so-called hieroglyphic or priestly writing. These systems were at first very complex. The alphabetic writing is of a much later date, circa 1,500 before the Common Era. So it will be 3,000 years ago, 3,500 years ago. So our life is just small, here small, if we comment or we speak about the history. Each of these ancient Semitic people developed a civilization with its own accent and its own religion. But in this course, we will only look at the aspects relevant for the rise and development of Islam. The two great powers of the moment, Byzantium and Persia. Byzantium in Europe, which was Christian, and Persia, Iran nowadays, who were Zoroastrianism. Try to control the Arabian Peninsula. Zoroastrianism is a religion who believes in fire, but they have also a right. They prayed 5 times a day. They did like fasting, like Ramadan. They make a lot of rites, which is similar to Muslim and Christian tradition. But but they don't believe in one God. The Zoroastrianism, Persians. But the history of the entire Near East has been dominated by the opposition and the rivalry between Christian Byzantium and Zoroastrian Persia. In the period after the death of the Byzantine Empire, Emperor Justinian, 565, after the Common Area, up to the beginning of the rule of Heraclius, 610, 641, the Persian Sasanian kings started an important offensive toward the west, from the east until the west. The Persian king Khosrow II, who lives from 591 until 628, attacked the Byzantine forces and reached Damascus in 613. Jerusalem was taken in 614, but the Persians were defeated in Nineveh, in Iraq, in 627 by the Byzantine army, who took back Jerusalem. In the meantime, the Persians were also able to take control of Yemen around 597. So if we speak now about the coming of Islam, now we are in 597, and we will see the Prophet is born, or Prophet Muhammad is born 570, 71. We are not exact, around 570.
That's before Christ?
No, after Christ. After Christ, yeah, after Christ. In the north of the Arabian Peninsula, the Arab tribe of the Lakhmids, if we don't have here a map, so in the north of Arabian Peninsula, in Middle East. You know where Arabian Peninsula is now? Egypt, on right of Egypt, there, where Mecca now is. So in the north of the Arabian Peninsula, the Arab tribe of Lakhmids, also called Al-Manadira, with their capital Al-Hira, south of Euphrates, river Euphrates, was the vassal of the Sassanid Empire of Persia. So they went always with the Persians, these Arabs. The Arab on the west side, the northwest, the tribe of the Ghassanids, the name of this Arab tribe, was the vassal of the Byzantine on the Syrian border. Both were under the influence of Christianity. In the south, in Yemen, the Jewish influence was more important in Yemen. A Christian community existed in the city of Najran, in the south of Arabia, but was persecuted around 519 by the Jewish king Dhu Nawas, and is mentioned in the Quran, Surah Al-Buruj, Surah of the Stars. The Ethiopian Christian monophysite, Allah was asked to intervene. Monophysite, you know, there is a lot of sort of Christians. You know better than me. You have monophysite, you have Orthodox, you have Greeks, Rome's Catholic. You have a difference. The Ethiopian Christian monophysite, Allah was asked to intervene, and a military expedition was sent to Yemen. They defeated the Nawas and took control of the south of Peninsula. According to Islamic sources, the Ethiopian governor tried to conquer the city of Mecca around 590 when the Prophet is born, with the intention to destroy the pre-Islamic holy house of Kaaba. Kaaba is, you know, the pilgrim which the Muslims do now, it's before Islam, same. People who lived there before Islam, they made the same pilgrim. He was, however, obliged to retreat, not because of the resistance of the people of Mecca, but as a result of external causes, perhaps a disease in the army. Reference is made to this event in the Quran, Surah 105, which named the elephant. After the retreat from Mecca, the Ethiopian influence in the south started to decrease, and Yemen was completely lost at the end of the century 597, when the Persians took control over Yemen. And I will here end my course today. Okay, Derek, I know, I see you have to go, but just one sentence and I finish. So the whole of event has to do with the political struggle between the Byzantine and Persian empires and their allies. On one hand, the Lahmids, the Christian Ethiopians, and other monophysite Christians with Byzantine Empire, and on the other hand, Jewish allies as well as Nestorian Christians, who were represented in large quantity in the Persian Empire. It's very important to know the history before to study religion. This is why I make a short introduction about the history of the area of the Near Middle East. I thank you for your attention. Next week we will go further. First we started with the history, historical fact, and then we go on religion fact afterwards. But I will give you also copies. I hope you will be present, and I thank you